Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my August wrap up and my September TBR. So, I have not been reading that much lately, so in August I read 4 books. The first book that I read was All the Time in the World by Carolyn Angel, and I did a full review of this book in video format, so I will leave a link down below so you guys can check it out if you want to. I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't find this book to be anything special. I enjoyed it, but not as much as I would have liked. Like I said, I will link my review down below if you're interested in hearing more about this book. After that, I kind of felt like I was in a funk, so I decided to pick up 2 different graphic novels. The first one being The Walking Dead Volume 24, Life and Death. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I'm finding them to kind of be like sort of dwindling down in the star rating. They're not as good as they were before, but I'm still enjoying them quite a lot, so I think I'm going to continue reading them and continue purchasing them until they decide to close out the series, or until they get so bad that I just can't enjoy them anymore. But right now I still really like them, and I continued on with reading volume 25, No Turning Back, and I think this is the last volume that is out right now. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that I'm up to date now on the Walking Dead graphic novels. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Did I say I gave this 4 out of 5 stars? If I didn't, I gave this 4 out of 5 stars as well. After that, I picked up How to Hang a Witch by Adriana Mather. I was very intrigued by this book. I saw it over on Jen's channel at Reading with Pugs. I'll link her down below. If you're not subscribed to her, definitely check her out. She's an awesome booktuber. And I was very intrigued by this because it's about a teenager who goes to Salem and supposedly has a history of witches in her family or something of that nature. She's somehow related to the witch trials and everything, but I have to say that the writing style in this book was not my cup of tea. It was written, in my opinion, very childishly, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. I just couldn't get into it. It was, I don't know. It's very difficult to explain, but if you read this book you might understand what I'm saying about the writing style. It was just not easy for me to get into because it was kind of boring, kind of predictable, insta-love kind of predicament. I don't know. It just wasn't the best book, and I did give it 3 out of 5 stars. I think that I was being a little bit gracious in that aspect. It may well deserve a 2 or a 2.5, but I couldn't give it that low of a rating because there were some aspects of it that I did enjoy. So if you're interested in Salem Witch Trials, you might like this book. I don't know. You might just have to check it out for yourself and see what you think of it. So those are all of the books that I read in August. Not very many, and not very many that were that impressive. So this month I do have a lot going on, but I do still plan on reading quite a few books if at all possible. The first book is something that I've been reading currently, and that is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I am only like 60 pages, no, not even 60. I'm 44 pages into this book. I haven't gotten very far at all since I last updated you guys on like a Friday Reads video. I have not put a dent in this at all, but I can say that I'm enjoying it and I am liking the writing style so far, so we'll see where this goes. I'm also currently reading a book that I received for review, which is Bedlam's Door by Mark Rubenstein, and it says True Tales of Madness and Hope. So this book is kind of intense. So I've read 2 of the stories out of this book, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to have to split them up in between other books because these stories are very dark. I don't know if that's the correct word. They're intense, and sometimes I need to just take a little break from that and read something a little bit happier, or read something that's not so scary and triggering, because there is a lot of things in this book that can be triggering to some people. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make my way through this one this month slowly, very slowly. Next book that I would like to kind of dive into, not necessarily finish completely, is Brainstorm, The Power and Purpose of the Teenage Brain by Daniel J. Siegel. And basically, it just says it's an inside-out guide to the emerging adolescent mind, ages 12 to 24. So, according to this, I'm not sure if this is accurate, but your brain develops between the ages of 12 and 24. So, it just talks about like how your brain develops and what happens and what changes you may go through. And I'm really interested in reading this because I do work with this age group, not necessarily up to 24, but I think that I can get a lot out of this, and I am looking forward to reading it. I don't know how fast I'll get through it because it might get boring. Hopefully not, but we'll have to see. So those are the only books that I plan to read this month. I'm not sure what else I'm going to throw into the mix. If you have any suggestions, as always, please let me know. I've been having a hard time finding audiobooks that I enjoy, and I have been driving a lot, so if you have any recommendations for audiobooks, let me know. I would prefer to listen to an audiobook that I haven't already read, and I've been getting a lot of good recommendations from people, but a lot of the books that are recommended are books that I've already read. So if you have any recommendations of a book that, you know, is not well heard of or something like that, please let me know in the comments, because I would really like to fill the void of the long drives with a book instead of music. So just let me know if you have any suggestions. I would greatly appreciate it. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. I'm so tired. It's uneven. We're not level. We're having technical difficulties.